12 terabytes, 5 front ends, hundreds of emulators and game systems, and thousands of game and ROMs. This is heavy. This packs a massive punch. But the question is this, guys, is it any good? Let's go take a closer look, get it plugged in, and then let me show you how well or badly this does. This is it from KINHANK, 12 terabytes. It's a weighty beast. I've just taken it out of the box, which is there. Comes with a basic instruction set. Has to be used on Windows PC, but I'll come into all that. There's boxes here you can scan if you want videos on how to set it up, but it's actually really easy to do, and the files are actually on the drive that you need to install it. Comes with a cable to connect the hard drive to your PC, 3.0 USB, and a power supply for the hard drive with this adapter because it's a non-UK plug. Oh, let me tell you, this thing packs a punch. This slides open, and you can see inside there is the hard drive inside that casing. And as you can see, it's a Western Digital 12 terabyte hard drive there. This is a beast, mate. This is an absolute beast. Get that cover back on, and then I will go upstairs, we'll get this plugged into my PC, and we'll see how good this is. We've moved over to the computer now. The hard drive is in, it's installed. I've done the install files. It's fairly straightforward. Just follow the manual. And like I say, if you can't do that, just follow the link to the video. But it's now installed, and everything should be tickety-boo. I've used it a couple of times, so I've got the hang of it for your demonstration. So how we're going to do, we're going to go into this, but before we do, remember, you have to have a Windows-based PC to use this 12 terabyte hard drive. There's different bits and that on here, which we're going to get to now, but I'm just going to open it up by double-clicking the core application. Excuse me, and it comes into this type core here. I'm going to be using that controller that I showed you at the beginning. This is a GameSir controller. It's completely wireless Bluetooth. Okay, so at the bottom here, as you can see, you've got your different 5 front ends. You've got Hyperspin Attraction, Retrobat. You've got this one here, which is PC-based games. You got that one there, which it does loads of emulators, all different older systems, and TeknoParrot, which is more sort of your more modern arcade styles. We're going to kick off first by doing the this one here, which is your computer systems. Okay, so I'm just going to press that. First things first, I'm going to show you each system, each front end, and a different sort of system stroke games for each, and then we can go from there. So I'm not going to do any gameplay, I'm just going to show you a rough system on each. So this is the PC one. These are the games you get pre-installed. Bear in mind, all of these games all run from the hard drive. You know files to install, only the install files for running the drive, but aside from that, everything runs from this. Now obviously there's probably some high-end graphic games on here, and again that's only as good as the spec as your PC. So if you've got a really old computer, it's going to struggle to play most of these, to be absolutely honest. If you've got a really old computer, you'll probably be able to play PS up to PS1, I would imagine, and then your machine would struggle. This machine I'm using is a Ryzen 9 processor. I think it's a 32 gig RAM, might be 64, not sure, and it's a 1080 graphics card. So it's quite good. But anyway, there's the sort of that side of it, the PC games, you know. So we're going to come out of that. To exit menu is quite serious. It's called Playnite, that emulator there, or that front end, should I say. So turn off the exit Playnite, yep. And this brings us back here. Now the next one we're going to look at is TeknoParrot. Now I found TeknoParrot to be a bit hit and miss. It's more sort of modern arcade games, and I'll show you what sort of arcade games we're looking at in a minute. There are a few oldies thrown in here for whatever reason, I don't know. But as you can see here, you've got all these sort of little sub-menus. Taito Type X, Namco System E, and that's sort of your Mario Kart there and things like that. XMUX board, right. Best way I've found of using TeknoParrot is to go on the TeknoParrot itself, hit that button, and then you've got this wheel here which gives you every single game that comes under TeknoParrot. What is nice about it, it's a very nice layout. As you see, you've got a video there showing like a bit of gameplay for each system. But I said you've got the old one thrown in. There's a good example. Raiden 3, etc. So this gives you a rough idea of the games that are on here, okay? And this is under the TeknoParrot section. So many on here, but I have found, I'll be absolutely honest with this, a lot of the games through this front end, when you go to load, I found I had issues with conflicts with other things on my PC. What is good though, it does give you a heads up and it tells you what the issue is, so you can go and rectify it to play the game you really want to play. So as you can see here, there's quite a few games on this system alone, but as you can probably see by the graphics it's showing you there, you can tell that they're more your newer type games, okay? But again, there's so much on here, there really is. There was one game that really stood out to me. I mean, there's a Far Cry game there, Far Cry from an arcade game, Elevator Action. I saw that at Arcade Club when I was last there. Daytona USA Championship. There's just, as I say, so much. Contra, Evolution, Chase HQ 2. I mean, Azure BlazBlue, loads of them. Batman, that was the Batman arcade game. It's like a driving game, if I recall, yep. And yeah, so much. Aliens Extermination, that was like a light gun shooter game, rail gun shooter, so I don't know how that will play, whether the joypad will work. It's showing sort of the crosshairs, so it could work, who knows. So there you go, that's that emulator. We'll come out of that one, and then right at the end we'll go and pick the odd game and I'll show you how the games perform, okay? Because I think that's probably the fairest way of doing it. So let's come out of TeknoParrot. Yes, exit that. And now we got Hyperspin Attraction, Retrobat, and this one here, I can't quite remember, Launchbox. Yes, Launchbox. Launchbox and Retrobat to me are both the same. They have exactly the same systems on it and exactly the same games, but for some reason I've found Launchbox to be more stable when picking games in comparison to Retrobat. Might just be the settings on my computer, etc. So before we come to that one, we'll do Hyperspin Attraction. Now Hyperspin is a brilliant arcade sort of front end, and it is just arcade games. This is all your older classic arcade games. Now usually what they used to do was it was all alphabetical order or whatever, but this one, they've done them in terms of like systems like Namco Classics. There you can see Namco NA1 system, NA2, MBs, etc. So you're getting a rough idea as I'm going through the system wheels here to show each one. There are an awful lot. Nintendo Game & Watch, I don't know what Game & Watch is on there because these are arcade. These are generally all arcade games. So Outrun Collection, so let's just press that, just go into it, so I'll give you a quick overview of what is in the Outrun collection, so to speak. So there you go, we've got Outrun, two versions of Outrun, Outrun 2019, a load of Outruns there. Now the thing is with them ROMs, where you're getting them repeating, they might be like the World Edition, the Japanese only edition, the USA, they get all sorts on this Turbo Outrun. Yeah, so you get the idea. So there's 3 different Outruns there under that one little section, right? So we come out of that. Pac-Man collection, platformers, pinball effects. I've played that actually. I played a couple of pinball games and they were actually graphically really cool. Like I say, but we'll play some games right at the end. I'm just going to go through and show you the various systems, what you get on this. So this gives you a good idea. Personally, I'm not a fan of how they've done this. And I'll tell you why, because on the previous ones where it's just alphabetical, you can just scan through and just find your arcade games. So if I was looking for Tiger Heli, I could just go T, Tiger Heli, and find it, you know. Or, you know, whatever game you're looking for, Pac-Man. But when they've sort of subdivided it like this, it's good, don't get me wrong, and it's very pretty, it's lovely, it's all very up front. But it's just, I find with this, you spend a lot of time scrolling, looking for games than you do anything else. So the best thing I would suggest to anyone with this, and I've got to find it now, so do bear with me. But again, some of you might find this interesting, like the wrestling section and stuff like that. So it's not bad, but come to this section here, all games, okay? So you select all games. all games here. So as you can see, you've got the wheel and it's alphabetical. Now this is another problem. As we just highlighted previously, the amount of same games that just appear like that. Don't get me wrong, you could probably go in and clean all this up. But you know what? It's going to take you an absolute age. That's why you set the games to your favourites and stuff like that. Now, I've just pressed that so you can do a search. I don't know if the keyboard's wired up. Yes, it is. So let's type Tiger Heli. That's handy. It's working off the keyboard from the monitor. So there we go. So you can do searches for games using your keyboard. It's so much quicker, honestly. And then from there, I'm obviously now in T, Tiger Heli. And they're all the copies of Tiger Heli I've got on here. Okay. Press my back button and it'll take me out. I'm now in the T's, so as you can see here, it's generally just going by alphabetical order. Okay. This is brilliant. It's pretty, it works, it does the business. But like I say, I just go into all games instead of all these like little subsections. I mean, don't get me wrong, some people might prefer these sort of subsections, like, you know, Atlas games, for example, Atlas arcade games. You go into that, select that, and it'll bring up all the games that were by Atlas. I mean, that's quite a sort of good game. That's got a very good name. And as you can see, so I can see why some people would like it. For me, though, I know the games I want, and I'd just probably just set my favourites over time, just go in and play my favourites. But if you wanted to play something a bit different you've never played before, you could just start exploring through these and find different things, you know. Anyway, we're going to come out of that now. So that is Hyperspin Attraction. So far we've done the PC one. We've done TeknoParrot, which is your more modern arcade games. Hyperspin, which is your older arcade games, but older, but still some, you know, decent ones on there. And then we've got Retrobat, and we've got this here. As I said, out of Launchbox and Retrobat, for me personally, I found Launchbox to be a bit more responsive, should I say. Not so crashy. I've had a few issues with the other one. But again, I think it's all down to your spec of PC as well. Your setup, if you've got stuff clashing or whatever. Okay. This is it now. I like this. It is a really simple format. It's, as you can see there, down on the left, as we go, we're going through, it's telling you as well, very light. As you can see, underneath the arcade joysticks there, it's saying Sega Saturn 1994, 306 total games in there. So we'll just use this as an example. So we'll go and look at the Sega Saturn games. And as you can see on here. Now, this is the key. Look, there's the 2 repeats there. So although it might be saying there's like 300 odd games, some of them are repeated. So do take them numbers with a pinch of salt. But this gives you an idea of the sort of games that are on here, that are obviously related to this system. A real mix there. You get your videos as well pop up, which is a nice little touch, so you can see if it's the actual game you're looking for or not, you know, which is nice. Deep Fear, Defcon 5, Destruction Derby, we all remember that, don't we? I remembered that mainly from PS1 personally. Die Hard Trilogy, I remember Die Hard Trilogy very well as well. Again, PS1. Doom. Copy of Doom on here, Double Switch, Dragon Z, Duke Nukem, Enemy Zero, quite a few copies of that for whatever reason. FIFA Soccer 97, for those that like a bit of FIFA in their lives. Frankenstein, Through the Eyes of the Monster, that's a new game on me, it's not one I know. But I think you're probably getting the idea, and again, these are now in alphabetical order, so you're probably getting a good idea of actually how many games there are on here, okay? Hexen. I remember that. It was like Doom, but it was sort of medieval RPG-ish type Doom, yeah. The Horde, House of the Dead, Pinball, In the Hunt. There's just so many games on here. That In the Hunt, actually, that's a really interesting game, because I discovered that recently on the arcade machine. I have to say, it was really good fun. I love the graphics and stuff on it. Anyway, I digress as always. Let's get back to the list. So as you can see, there's the list of games. I mean, there's just so much on here. We'll come out of that system. So we've got up to M on there. I mean, what are the major collectibles on this system? It's not one I know particularly well. Nights into Dreams. I know that's a decent game on the system. Anyway, right. So let's come out of that one. So pressing our back button, I've just gone back too far. So hang on. Let me go back again. Anyway, so got Sega SG-1000, which I believe is like the master system in Japan. The Sharp. They also have home computer systems here. You've got Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Just to give you a rough idea, there's just hundreds of games on here. There's thousands, actually. How many on this system? It doesn't say it's in Japanese, so we can't read it. Could be Chinese. I don't know. My Mandarin isn't particularly great. Commando. I love that on the old Specky. As you can see there, you get like screenshots, little videos to show you. So when you're looking for games that you might have remembered back in the day, Cyclone was another one. I've forgotten all about that. That was great. Anyway, we're digressing. That's Spectrum. One thing I must tell you though, when you're looking at the computer systems, Sinclair Spectrum, the Amstrad and the Commodore, you have to use a virtual keyboard that you can use for the remote and things like that. They're not as pick up and playable as the SNES and the Mega Drive and the sort of the consoles that use the console controller. Okay, so there's something else for you. Neo Geo Pocket, Neo Geo Pocket Color, PlayStation 1. I'm sure a good few of you will be interested in PS1. What classic games do you remember on this? So there's plenty to go through. Let's have a look. Broken Helix, that's another new one on me. There's just so many on here. Broken Sword, The Shadow of the Templars. I picked a Broken Sword game up the other day, didn't I, on one of my game hunts. Don't get me wrong, it hasn't got every single title released, but hey, just look at the selection you've got on here, you know what I mean? You can't go wrong, really. Carmageddon. That's another one I picked up in recent times that I still haven't got round to playing. So there it is, Carmageddon. Casper, Castlevania Chronicles, and of course Castlevania Symphony of the Night. We all know that one, don't we? Yes, what a collectible title that is. Katana, it's a board game. I've never played it on the computer though, so it could be interesting. Chaos Break, Checkmaster, but again, as you can see here, I'm scrolling through, there's absolutely loads and loads and loads. Clock Tower, I know these are very collectible games. What's that one there? Clock Tower 2, The Struggle Within. Clock Tower, The First Fear. They're collectible horror titles. So there's seriously a bit of everything on here. Command & Conquer. Contender 2. Constructor. I remember Constructor. I think I had that on PC. Contra, Legacy of War. So I hope this is giving you a good overview. The Crash games there, look, Crash Bandicoot, etc. Remember, we will go through and pick a few systems at the end to play. Right, this is good. We've got Sony PS2. Now, this is interesting because if we look here, it's telling you underneath there, there's only 2 games in there under Europe. But if you go USA, 639 titles. Okay, so a quick look at the PS2 titles. Crash of the Titans, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. There's just so many games, and at the end when we go to pick some games out to play to test the system, we'll go the opposite direction. So we're in the Driver 3, Driver Parallel Lines, the Dukes of Hazzard, Dynasty Warriors. There's just so many classic games from all of these systems. I mean, Evil Dead there, look, a fistful of Boomstick. I love a bit of Evil Dead. Regeneration. Family Guy, the video game. There's little Stewie having a run around, bless him. Fatal Frame 2, FIFA Street. I never minded the FIFA Street games, to be fair. Yeah, I used to play that with the kids in school. It was good. They loved it. They'd behave at break times. I put FIFA on for them. It worked, trust me. Futurama. Yeah, Gauntlet Darkness. It goes on and on and on. I mean, The Godfather, that's another game that's got good ratings. Oh, with Grand Theft Auto. Bit of Vice City. Can't go wrong with a bit of Vice City, people. So there you go. I hope that gives you a good idea on the PS1. But trust me now, there are loads of systems on here. PS3, yes, you read that right. This has PS3 games on it. 173 in total. We'll have a quick look. Dragon's Dogma, Dragon's Crown. A game that it never gets mentioned, but it's truly unique, trust me. Doom 3, the Sega 3. I got that recently in a pickup. Dead Nation. What's Dead Nation? I don't know. That looks pretty cool. Darksiders, Darkness, Dark Void, Jericho, Castlevania, Catherine. Another truly unique game. That is a bit of a classic. Lords of Shadow, Captain America, COD. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so that's your PS3. So it'd be interesting actually to give the PS3 a try, because actually how, you know, because obviously it's a bit more graphically demanding. So we'll see how well that emulates on here. You got PSP, PSP Minis, Super Nintendo, Famicom, 525 games on that one. The Watara Supervision, don't know. One the colour a Swan. The 3DO, very collectible system. 43 games in that one under the Japanese section, and the USA 3DO version. You've got a total of 175 games, so quite a few for the 3DO. 3D Atlas. Yeah, it was battle chess, things like that. Yeah, all good little games, weren't they? But 3DO is not a system I'm over familiar with. But again, there's some real sort of different stuff on there. Stuff we've not heard of. Crime Patrol, what's that? Oh, that looks like sort of your FMV motion video games, you know. The Daedalus Encounter. So the 3DO system, actually, it looks interesting, because there's some games on there that I'm not aware of. So that could be worth visiting for a few future videos, maybe. Yeah, Dino Park Tycoon. I used to enjoy things like that. Yeah, Dragon Law. Anyway, Drug Wars. There's all sorts on there. A lot of them sort of full motion video games as well, FMVs. Escape from Monster Manor. Okay, Family Feud. Be some sort of quiz game. Fatty Bear's Birthday Surprise. Don't think we'd get away with that game now, do you? Don't think they'd call that anymore. Flashback, The Quest for Identity. Flying Nightmares, Foes of Alley. Is that boxing? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. New one on me. Gridders. Yeah. The Horde. Yeah, there's some interesting titles on there for sure. Okay, coming out of that, we've got Amstrad CPC, 1,165 titles on that one. The GX4000, which was an Amstrad console, 25 games on there. Atari 2600 or VCS, whatever you prefer to know it as. The 5200 and then the 7800. The Atari Jaguar, 54 titles on that one. The Atari ST, the Atari Lynx, ColecoVision, the Commodore 64, 2,616 titles. The Commodore Amiga, 1,700 titles. The Amiga CD32, there are 165 titles on that. Commodore CD TV, okay, 31. Vectrex, GC Vectrex, the Intellivision, Mega Duck, MSX, MSX2, Microsoft MSX2 Plus, Xbox Original here. Okay, let's take a quick look at the Xbox Original. Going through this, I mean, I remember the Xbox Original. I had one, and I played it to death. It was a great, great console. It really, really was. Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 2. I've got fond memories of them games. Big Mother Truckers. Yeah, that looks cool. Blinks. BMX Triple X. I'm sure we'll remember a bit of BMX Triple X, yes. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah. Okay. There's a bit of everything on that one. Dead or Alive, Defender, Dreamfield, Fable. What's not to love with Fable, people? What a game that was. Final Fight Streetwise. Yeah. Galleon. I remember Galleon. Oh, I didn't play a lot of it. I think Little OG owned that. Yeah, I remember him playing that. Jet Set Radio. That was more Dreamcast known for, really, wasn't it? Crash. Get the idea. There's loads on there. Okay, so there we go. The one game I didn't see was Halo, strangely. Xbox 360. Now, I know loads of people collect for the 360. So let's take a look. See what games we got on here which are 360. Fable 2. FIFA Street 3, Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3, Gears of War Judgment, Golden Axe Beast Rider, Grid, Halo 3. Well, that's strange. You haven't got Halo 1 on Xbox, but they've got Halo 3, Halo 4, and Halo Anniversary. Is the Halo Anniversary the original Halo? Drop in the comments if you know, please. I'll be intrigued to hear. I can go Star Wars, Middle-earth. I loved these games, the Battle for Middle-earth games. They were amazing. They're sort of top-down. Yeah, they were good. Metal Gear Rising. Just so much. I mean, here we go. Look, just keep it going. Project Gotham Racing. I remember that. Yeah, Resident Evil 6, Samurai Showdown, Simpsons Game. So there's plenty on here, and I know 360 is just hugely collectible at the moment. Loads of people collect for it. Okay, so anyway, come out of that one now. The NEC PC FX, the NEC PC Engine. Got a lot of love for the PC Engine. PC Engine CD, 124 games. The PC Engine's got 300. I skipped one. Super Graphics, 5 games to that one. The Turbo Graphics, 108. Turbo Graphics CD, 46. Nintendo 3DS, 493 titles. The N64 Europe, 240 games on N64. USA, 312. And Nintendo 64 Double D, 10. Nintendo DS, Nintendo Entertainment System. Nintendo Entertainment System hacked. Family Computer, which was the NES. Disk System, which again is the NES, I believe. Game Boy, the original Game Boy. 863 games on that. Game Boy Advance. Game Boy Color. Nintendo GameCube. Let's take a quick look at the GameCube. Batman Rise of Shinzu. Batman Vengeance. Battalion Wars. Loads of these sort of games on there. Again, that big Mother Truckers appears. Look, yeah, it's good because you'll be able to compare which system is best on. You know, but again, it all depends on your computer you're using. The specs, we must remember that. Bratz, Burnout, Bust and Move. Obviously, Catwoman. I know what you're all thinking. Let's go and see, shall we? Yes, let's go and have a nosy. Those sort of Nintendo-y games. Tarzan, Donkey Konga. That was the one with the bongo drums. Probably won't work particularly well. I don't know if you could play that on a joypad or not. Dr. Muto. Dragon's Lair 3D, Return to Lair. That's one game I really have been wanting to play. So that'll be getting a play for sure. I was going to pick it up on the PS2, but I haven't seen it. So I'll pick that up when I see it. The thing is with this, it's not going to stop me collecting my video games. Of course it isn't, because that's what I do. I just love the physical element of the collecting, you know. So I'm still going to be doing that. But it's just convenience. It's just handy if you just want to, you know, you just want a quick gaming session. Just drop this in because there's loads of games. I mean, look at this lot. There are just loads on here, isn't there? Look. I mean, I could spend hours just going through each system. And I mean, if you guys want extension videos where we just pick maybe one system and I go from that. But this is just sort of an overall review of the GameCube, of the whole drive, what you're getting on there. So they've got the Zeldas there. Okay, so Legends of Wrestling, etc. So plenty to keep you amused on that one. Pokemon Mini, Satel View, Super Game Boy, Nintendo Switch. Yes, you read that correctly. Nintendo Switch. 207 Nintendo Switch games. A Virtual Boy, Nintendo Wii, WiiU, 109 games. WiiWare, 403. Open BOR. I'm not sure what the Open BOR is. No idea. A Philips CDI. That was a funny little system. Now, this intrigues me as well. Scum VM. Okay, 61 games in this. We're going to have a quick look at the games that are in this one. There's some interesting titles because this is mainly sort of your point and click. A Voyeur. Winnie the Pooh, 100 Acre Wood. But let's go to some of them that you'll remember. Free Skulls of the Toltecs. A Full Throttle. Was that an expansion for it? I'm not sure. Beneath a Steel Sky. We all know that point and click adventure. What else we got here? Cruise for a Corpse. So new one on me. The Dig. That was a LucasArts game, if I recall. Elvira. A lot of these are all your point and clicks mainly. Okay. Monkey Island. Fascination. Okay. I'm not sure what that's all about. Looks intriguing. The Feeble Files. Flight of the Amazon Queen. That rings a bell. Man, I know the name of that one. Hoyle, Book of Games, Who Done It, Jungle, House of Horrors, King's Quest 2, 3, King's Quest. There's just Loom. Loom rings a bell. I don't think I ever played that, and that was sort of a point and clicky more a sort of D&D based one, if I actually recall. Mickey's Monkey Island 2. Absolutely classic, the Monkey Islands. I love them to bits. Police Quest, Hero Quest. You get the idea, guys. There's just so many on here. So anyway, that was Scum. Some of you may find that of interest. You've got the Sega 32X. You've got the Sega CD. Dreamcast, 333 games. Quick look at the Dreamcast. I know some of you will like the Dreamcast. Silent Scope. I loved Silent Scope on the Dreamcast. What a game Silent Scope is. I tell you what, I might have to give that a play at the end. When we're given a few plays to test the different systems. Star Wars there, Space Invaders. I'm going to lose my voice by the end of this one. I really, really am. Apologies if this is a really long video, but I will put putting timestamps in the bottom so you can skip between and look at different systems and the games we play and test at the end, alright? So there we go. Loads and loads of stuff on here. Capcom. I mean... Oh, Crazy Taxi back there. Let's skip. Let's see if they've got Shenmue on here. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I can see a G, H, J, K. Have I gone too far? K, no. L, M, N. I'm sure there's probably a search facility on these as well. Oh, there is. If I press Y, I can search for a game. It brings up a virtual keyboard. So let's put Shenmue. Now let's go. I'm nearly at S's. So we'll just go and have a look because you get to see as well. Then Ready to Rumble Boxing, Resident Evil 2, The Ring, Terror's Realm. Is that from the film? Must be. Intriguing. Anyway, we're going to find Shenmue. Here it is. Shenmue Disc 1, Disc 3, Disc 2. Why they haven't done it in 1, 2, 3 and 1, 3, 2? Hey, I don't know. Shenmue 2, Disc 1, Disc 2, Disc 1 and Disc 3. Okay. Castle Shickham and back to Silent Hill. Silent Scope. Sorry, Silent Hill. Silent Scope. So that's Dreamcast. Game Gear. And Genesis, which of course your Mega Drive. 946 games. Sega Hikaru, 5 games in that. Master System, 335 games. Sega Mega Drive Europe, 521 games. And then we're back to Sega Saturn. Okay, so we're going to come out. We're going to exit. Yep, that one there. Exit that. And then we've got one more front end to look at. But we won't go deep into this one because it's very, very similar to what we just looked at. But like I say, for me personally, it's just a lot more stable. So this one's Retrobat. So it has exactly the same amount of systems and games that we just viewed on the other one. But it just looks different. This is the Retrobat front end. It's probably slightly prettier than the previous one. But again, it's exactly the same layout. But as you say, it's probably more graphically appealing, shall we say. We'll go into a system and we'll just see how that looks in terms of... Yeah, so it shows you a bit of box art and stuff like that as well. So you might prefer this. But like I say, for me, the other one is just more stable. We're not going to go through all the games, of course we're not. But maybe, yeah, so maybe that is slightly better. I'm not sure. But it's down to stability, and for me, the other one is just more stable. So, you know what? That gives you a complete overview of all the different sort of systems that are on here. As you can see, there are absolutely loads, and there are loads and loads and loads of games. Honestly, what do you play next? There's just so much. Right. So, we're going to come out of this. Quit emulation station. Yep, and I'm doing all this off the joypad, by the way. So let's go and test a few games and give it a bit of a run, shall we? We're going to go to TeknoParrot. Now, as I said with this, I have had some issues with games. Not all games were working. Some come up with errors. And talking of errors, he didn't look very well, did he? Anyway, so we're going to go into this one. Not favourites, so I haven't got any favourited. That's why we're going to go into just TeknoParrot, and this is all the games that are in TeknoParrot. Now remember, these are a lot more newer games, so they're going to test the system a bit more graphically. Star Wars Battle Pod. You know me and Star Wars, guys. We're going for it. I'd be surprised if this runs without any issues, because this is a very graphically demanding game. Well, it's booted up. It's set to free play, as we can see. Press any button to start. Precaution. That Spanish? I'm guessing that's Spanish. Star Wars Battle Pod. It seems to have a lot of scan lines on the graphics here, but I'm guessing that's because the screen in this thing, it was a pod thing you climbed into, and the screen was sort of all the way around, and that was just going on Yavin. Yeah, it's obviously a bit of Spanish there, but that don't matter, does it? I can live with that if the game runs all right. Start. So we've got a thrust. I've got to work out which button the thrust is. It could well be... it's the shoulder button. Right, so that's my throttle. That's my control. Yep, control's working. Where's my fire button, more importantly? Right, okay. So we've got my thrust. Attack position. Yep, that's working. The stick is using the movement there. Got the thrust, and that's my fire. Oh my god. Woohoo! As you know, I am a massive Star Wars fan. Oof. Oh, he's fast. He's no match for me. I'll tell you what. Oh, going down the trench. Oh, I got him. I'll tell you what, this is running absolutely fine. I'm quite surprised this is playing this. This is good spec. Well, it's good spec PC, so I shouldn't be surprised. But with emulation, it issues sometimes, you know. Oh yes, I'm doing all right here, guys. Oh yeah, that was close. Oh, there's a few here now. Oh, yeah. Come on. Got him. Oh, yeah. Yes. Excellent. It's liking me. I'll tell you what, doesn't that look the part? What a game. What an absolute game. Oh, there's Vader. Tell you what, Vader, you're no match for me, buddy. I've blown him off patch. Right, here we go. Here goes the Falcon. Oh, look at this. There it goes. Oh, I'm loving this. I'll be honest. For this game alone, this drive comes into its own. Wow. Right, we'll come out of that. I'm going to be going back to that. So far, the test, that was TeknoParrot. So I'll just press them two buttons together and it takes me back to the menu. So I'm well happy with that. So that was TeknoParrot, did alright on that one. Like I say, not all games play that smooth. So some come up with issues, some don't. That one just happened to work. We'll try another one just to see if it works or not. What should we go for? Wacky Races. Oh god. That's sort of a light gun game, so I don't know if that'll work. Let's have a look. See if Batman runs.
Loading.
Thank you. Do you want to allow to public and private networks to access this app? So it's a bit of a ball ache, that one. Press gas to start. How do I, oh, hang on. It's just going through it anyway. I just want to come out of it. Can I get out of it? I'm coming out of it completely, that one. So that hopefully shows you can get them games all working, but you have to fiddle with settings. I mean, I could have pressed my Windows button and then gone in with my mouse and shut that window down properly, and the game would have probably run from that. So that's a very good example there. Right, okay, so let's come back. Let's come out of TeknoParrot now, and let's go into... let's try something else. Get rid of that. There we go. Oh, that seemed to have done the trick. Right, we can try Hyperspin. Like I say, the thing is with Hyperspin, this is great for exploring different systems like this. You know what I mean? It's just got them all, like, you know, all in different sections. So, for example, Virtual Fighter there. So you go in and choose which Virtual Fighter game you want to play. Obviously, these are all arcade-based, earlier sort of games, really. So most of these should play without any issue whatsoever, I would guess. Let's have a look at a Sega system game. Nomad, Naomi. So Naomi's probably a later one. House of the Dead. House of the Dead 3, Confidential Mission. Okay. The Maze of Kings. Naomi 2. Wild Riders. Okay. Virtual Fighter 4. As you can see, graphically, this is better stuff. Naomi. What's under Naomi? Guilty Gear XX. Gigawing 2. Yeah, so quite a few under this. But as you say, just coming into this, there's just so many arcade games on this. Sega Model 1, AM3, M3. Let's have a look. Let's see if they've got a racer on here we might know. Harley, Le Mans, Sound Race. Let's try a bit of a Sega Rally. We'll see if that loads up all right. Seems to be loading up nicely, and as you can see with this front end in particular, because obviously it's 4:3 screen, it gives you like a thing down the side, just a pretty graphic really. So press the start button. Let's see if we can get this one running all right. Championship practice. Just go championship. Obviously I'm playing this off a gamepad. Select with the wheel and confirm with the pedal. Oh, so that's my pedal button. Yeah, let's just go in for I should have done Subaru really, but hey ho, I didn't. Yeah, we'll just be him. Yeah, that one. BBB. Good name, innit? BBB. Ba-ba-ba. Sega. Obviously, I don't know what the controls are. You can map control buttons and all that sort of stuff. So I'll just have a fiddle. That's obviously accelerate. It's on automatic, so it should be good. I mean, graphically, this is looking absolutely fine. Looks like the scan lines are there. That's brake. I pressed brake, and I shouldn't have done, really. There we go. A bit of a slide going on there. Getting a bit of feedback, rumble feedback from the joypad. But this is playing absolutely fine. Look at this. I'm wiping myself off the track. Absolutely fine. And get it back straight. There we go. Look at that. Oh, this looks like a dodgy old bend. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Anyway, great. That's Sega Rally. So that's running absolutely fine. So it's come out of that. You get a different game over screen from every one. So obviously, in terms of arcade games, they're sort of your higher end ones. Daytona USA. Let's go back. Model 1. What's Model? That's early. Sega. That'd be a bit of Outrun and stuff like that. Atomis Wave. Okay, these are interesting. This is an arcade company. It was sort of primarily sort of Japanese. But there was this game here, Dolphin Blue. I showed that before. That's a great game. I really enjoyed that. Extreme Hunting. Nah, the cats won't like that. Won't put that one on. Metal Slug 6. You get the idea, guys. There's just so much on here. Rumble Fish. So if you love your old arcade games, there's something on here for everyone. But like I say, with this, I would personally just go and all games and just do a search from there and then play my old classics. So if you're into your old classic sort of arcade games, no, I don't want to exit, not yet. They'll be on here as well. So let's go and find something a bit old classic-y to show you so you can see it works. MAME is usually it. 11,241 games in MAME. That's right. I've got to find which button is the search button. That's S. Don't want that. Here we go. So let's go for name me a game. You are thinking Double Dragon. Good choice, people. And how did I know? I just knew. I just knew you were thinking about Double Dragon. I'm chancing my arm on that one. So here we go. We've got the original Double Dragon 2, Double Dragon 3, the Rosetta Stone. Okay, don't think I played that one. And Double Dragon, again, as I said, loads of these games are repeated because simply the amount of different ROMs. You had like World ROM, you'd have like the USA only ROM and things like that. Just showing this quickly. I'm going to do a big playthrough on this. I'm just going to play just to show you that the old classic game should work without issue. These would work on a really poor spec PC as well. Get a coin in there. I love this game. I love this game. But like I say, I'm going to come out and I'll need someone in the head and then we'll come out of it because I've got that's the button I want. Bosh. There we go. Come out. So that gives you a good idea of how you can revisit all the classic arcade games. You can also set favourites to say, so when you come in here, you set your favourites, you just go into the favourites folder and it'll find them for you. So that is the front end, which is Hyperspin. So played the game on that one. What else should we play? Let's go and test out some of the consoles now. Like I say, I'm using this one, Launchbox. For me, it just works better. As I say, the other one might work better for you if you get one. Also, another thing with this, the loading times speed up the more you use it. It's like the drive sort of warms up, so to speak. It just gets used to opening some settings and stuff. We'll try Sega Saturn. We'll see how that emulates, because I know that can be a bit naughty at times, apparently. Play. Okay, now loading. Like I say, the front end, this one here, is not as pretty as the other one. Okay, so far so good. We'll check some Xbox 360 in a minute as well. That'll be a good test, as will PS3. Sonic Team. Okay, good. Seems to be doing everything it should be doing. There it is. Let's press the start button. Press start button. That's my start button. It looks like we're going in. Looks like it's starting. Yep, new game. Yeah, end. Get my name in there. What a name, Clarice. Tell me about the lambs, Clarice. You remember, don't you? The lambs. Tell me about the lambs. Yes, nice drop of candy. Right, let's just give this a quick run. Obviously, you have to use the D-pad because it was D-pad driven, wasn't it? The Saturn. Yeah, it works. So there we go. That's Saturn, guys. So let's come out of that one. 2 buttons together takes you straight out back to the menu. The menus are nice with this, you know, just flicking in and out and stuff. So the Sega Saturn works. Let's try, let's see what else we could try here. Let's go for something that pushes it a bit. Let's try a PS3 game. The Wolf Among Us. I've got that. Yeah. No point losing your head over it, though, love. As I say, we're going to go the other direction. So the Uncharted 2 games. I'm playing Uncharted 2 at the moment. Transformers, Ghost Recon, Time Shift, Stick of Truth, Snipers, Scott Pilgrim, Raw, Putty Squad, No More Heroes, Heroes Paradise, okay, Never Dead, what's that? New one on me. Murdered Soul Suspect, I've got that, I started playing that, it's actually a good little game, very original. Lollipop Chainsaw, talking of original games, that's a classic. It's getting a remake, I believe. Kick-Ass 2, I've never played that, and I absolutely love the Kick-Ass movies. So I'm guessing that will be getting a play. I don't own that. I must pick that up, surely. I've got to pick that one up. There's just so many games, honestly. Look at them all. But will this emulator work this well on this one? Let's give it a go. Dragon's Crown, that's a good game. I do enjoy Dragon's Crown. It's very unique. I always use the word unique when I describe it because Catherine, talking of unique games, this is a unique one. Right, let's give this a go. Let's see how these emulate, because quite often as well with some PS3 games you'd have to do like an install. Oh, hello. You'd have to do like an install from the disk. So it seems to be doing something similar. Compiling PPU modules. Progress module 24 of 124. So we'll let it run through all these things. Seems to have loaded up. Seems to be starting now. I'll be honest, them files took probably a total of about a minute, 60 to 90 seconds. So no waiting time at all, really, to be fair. But will the game run okay? It's looking good. And again, I keep saying it. Obviously, it's down to the spec of your PC as well. You must sign in to play for a user ranking. No, I don't want to sign in because obviously I don't want to use the ranking. Continue playing, yes. Save data not found. Okay. Well, anyway, we just want to play the game. If you've never played this before, it's weird, unique, and truly weird. It's a great, great game. It's yeah, starting that mode. It seems to be starting. Let's just see if the game starts and we'll get cracked straight into it. It's a very story-driven, bit of a puzzler actually. All the world's a stage and all the men and women are merely players. Yeah, pause. It's running through the game, all right. Can I skip? Chapter skip. There we go. Don't want to be watching all that nonsense. We just want to see if the game plays. Chapter skip. This is it. Chapter skip. I just want to play the game, mate. Just to test it. Here we go. But if you do play this game, you've never played it before, do follow the storyline. It's a guy who's due to get married, but then he starts having these crazy, weird dreams where he's this goat man. Yes, you heard me correct. And this is the actual game now. It's like a puzzle. You have to sort of climb the walls and use different box things and stuff. And no doubt it's going to run us through a whole learning curve. What the hell is this place? Yeah, you're in your dream, mate. You're in your dream. Come on. Here we go. This is it. It's how the game is. So you do a level and it gives you a bit more of a story and you have to sort of keep levels, more story. And it just gets harder and harder. Help, is anyone there? Blah, blah, blah. Hurry up and climb. Okay. Right. Yep. Right. Come on, let's start. Good. Yep, we know what to do. Yep, climb. Press the buttons. Right. It's playing. Absolutely fine. So it's emulated. Oh. Move the blocks to make a path. You can climb. It's emulated the PS3 fine, so that's pretty cool. I'm impressed with that. Right, let's go back. Let's choose another system. Let's choose something that might continue to test us. Atari 2600 VCS. Will that test this, do you think? They'd all play, no issues. As I say, the computer file games are touch and go. They really, really are. I'm not sure about Amiga and stuff. Let's try Atari ST. I'll be surprised because these are dodgy as, mate, because a lot of them use mouse and stuff like that. So you trying to run it off a joypad might not work. Let's try it. It's worth a try, isn't it? What we got for trying? Play. Play. Now loading. Yeah. It doesn't seem to be doing anything with that. Launch with. Try that. Retrobat. Atari Liberto. Yeah, see, so every now and then you hit a snag like this and there's a good example. So I'm pleased I tried that because it shows you what the points I'm making when I'll do my assessment at the end. Let's find another system. Let's try the Xbox 360. Azura's Wrath. Attack of the Movies 3D. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I've come straight out of it. Giving the Xbox 360 a go. Find a game on here to test it. I want a game you get straight into that ain't got like a load of story mode going on. Do you know what I mean? The Simpsons game, is that an early one do you think you can get straight into? Play. Let's see if this loads up. I was impressed at the PS3 there. I think that worked very, very well. So that was good. See if this works. It's doing the right thing. It's making the right signals. Yeah. So far, so good. So it looks like it's doing the Xbox 360 games as well. This is pretty mind-blowing, people, honestly. This is just, yeah, this is nuts. This is just, honestly, there's so much on this hard drive. There really, really is. Yeah, we just want to get into the game just to check it works and runs, you know. Please don't dream for long, Homer. Can I skip? No, obviously not. Fudge Town. Simpsons are awesome, aren't they? Such a great TV show. Well, it seems to be working. I don't know how much longer I can wait. Please, just start into the game. Let me run round as Homer eating things made of chocolate. Yaldy chocolate shoppy. Yeah. Excuse me, fatty? Oi! Ah, good. Right, okay. Right, no objective. When it's I can press print and do the to-do list. Right, okay, I just want to play. So that's obviously a jump. Okay, I'm playing it from first person perspective. Can you change perspective? Oh, yes, you can. There's that button there. Just jump. Right, so this is Xbox 360, and as you can see, that's playing. All good in the hood. I tell you what, I'm so impressed. I'm gonna do a double jump. That. Anyway, so that's Xbox 360. We've hit a couple of snags, but the snags are just so minor. Yeah. Xbox 360. Let's see, what should we try next? NES, Game Boy Color, GameCube. Let's try a GameCube game, because I do know that GameCube apparently is quite difficult to emulate at times. So let's pick a GameCube game that we like the look of to test. Judge Dredd. Dredd versus Death. I do love me some Judge Dredd, people. The Incredible Hulk. Ultimate Destruction. Ikaruga. This has got a really good name. Play. Let's see if this loads. Ikaruga. If I'm mispronouncing that, again, apologies, people. Real Blast. Play. Escape. Atari. Infograms. Grames. Start to continue. Treasure Video Games. Project AS2. This looks fine. Start the game. Oh, press start maybe. Rob. Move the control stick up or down. Press A normal mode. Ah, the A button's B on this pad. Yep. It's just a test. Come on. Tell you what, our graphics are good on this. Wow. Ah, this is the game. You have to switch yourself from black to white for the different... Oh, but it's one of them bullet hell games. Look at them all. Oh, I see. If I'm white, I think the shield's up. You don't get the... But anyway, I'm starting to get into the game a bit much. So, as we can see here, this is GameCube and it's working. So, yeah, graphically, it looks really sharp. It looks really good. Anyway, let's come out of that one. So, out of GameCube. What should we try next? Back again. Nintendo Switch. I'm not going into that because I don't think Nintendo would like that. Wii U. I love me Wii U. How many games it got there? 109. That's pretty good. Scum. Let's try a Dreamcast game, and then I think we'll summarise it. Silent Scope. Be rude not to, mate. I love Silent Scope. It was such a great... Well, it still is. It still is. And if you can find an original arcade cab with the scope, with the scope screen, the scope that works, you're on to a winner, people. I hope this works. I want my fix of Silent Scope. Yeah, whatever that is. Konami. Arcade mode. Story. Yep. Right, we're there. Yeah, I'm not interested about the president and his family. I just want to shoot people. Right, okay, let's get them. So that's zoom in, zoom out. Right, okay, let's target in on that terrorist. Yes. Oh. Maybe the police shot him. Oh. What's going on here? Oh, they're up on the roof now. This is emulating Dreamcast with no issues at all. Oof. Could have had a better shot on him than that. Stay still. Headshot. That was alright. Took him out on the chest. Oh. I should zoom out. Oh, idiot. How did I get that shot? That didn't it? That's rubbish. That did. Through the chest. Right, we've got 33 seconds on the bar still. Take out all surviving sniper enemies from the roof. Okay, let's go down, target in on him. One thing's for sure, he's not creating any more terrorists. Oh, he saw me. Come on. Ah! I'll tell you, I've gone to the D-pad. It's not as sensitive. I was using the thumbstick. I used the thumbstick for there, but use the D-pad in closer. It's more accurate. That's better. Oh! Calm down. He needs to calm down. Shooting me. Got him in the main artery in the leg there. Time extended, but only just 3 seconds to go. Quick, can I get him? Last kill. Ah, just about to press the trigger. I'll tell you what, right? This is just... What can we say? I think... There's one other thing I'd like to show you. Let's go back to the main menu. Where we choose, you know, which system we're going to play. And then from there, I think we will then do our synopsis and general overview of this drive, you know. It's good. It's good. Back. Yep, there we go. So we're going to come out of that. That one. Back, yes. I'm going too far now. B. Up one. There we go. So exit that system. And there's one other system I want to show you, because why it comes with this, I don't know. So you've got the 5 front ends. So you've got that one there, which is the one we've just used, Launchbox. We've got that one there, which is the PC games. We've got that one there, which is Retrobat. And Hyperspin, which is your arcade games. And TeknoParrot, your more modern arcade games. But it also comes with Kodi. Now, there's nothing in this. You open it up. It's just a copy of Kodi, which is like a media player. I've not used Kodi in an absolute age, but you used to get it and you could put movies on it or links to things for TV and radio and stuff like that. But I've never used Kodi for, well, not never used it. I used it many years ago. And I don't know, is it still a thing? Do people still use Kodi? The KINHANK 12TB hard drive. Well, you've made it this far into the video, so you've seen what it can do. There are pros and cons to this, but in my opinion, the pros far outweigh the cons. Don't get me wrong, I've got a half decent spec PC, so that probably makes a difference as well. As I say, I think it's an AMD Ryzen 9. I think it's either 32 or 64 gig of RAM. And it's got a 1060 graphics, I believe, which probably isn't the greatest graphics card in the world. The PC I'm using there's probably a good 2+ years old now. It was built for video editing, so it's quite a decent spec still. But this, let's get back to this. So, don't get me wrong, we'll go through each of the little systems first, and I'll give you a bit my sort of feedback on what I liked about each one and what I didn't like so much. So the first one is Hyperspin Attraction. It's on that, so we'll talk about that first. A great range of arcade games on there. So many games to choose from. The wheel system is great, but where they've sort of subdivided every sort of wheel system into like wrestling games, Taito System 1 games, or Capcom System 2 games, Street Fighter Collection, all that, Personally, I'm not a fan of that. Some people might be, though. I mean, I can see the positive behind it. If you're looking for something you've never played before, you're like, fancy something different, like, you know, you could go through and you could find something maybe from them wheels that is a bit different. So for me personally, I'll just go on all games and I would just favourite my favourite games, and then if I had time, I'll go and explore newer games maybe, and then just favourite them. So Hyperspin, but it's got every classic arcade game on there, and they all run. What more can you ask for? Not the perfect front end, that one, I don't think, but it's very pretty. It's all glitz and glam and whistles and bells, so to speak. Then we've got TeknoParrot. Now, I have to be honest about TeknoParrot. It's hit and miss. I mean, it's more modern sort of arcade games, and that Star Wars on there, Battlepod, oh my god, I am going to be playing that to bits, mate, honestly. So pleased with that. So that is one I will definitely be revisiting. As I say, not all games are working, but on a positive, when it didn't work, it would flash up a sort of an error message, and it will tell you what sort of needs to do. And it was clashing with other sort of things that were running in the background on my PC, so I had to sort of shut them down and stuff. So don't think you can just open up TeknoParrot and straight away it's going to start doing what you want it to do. You've got to sort of learn it a little and just adjust some settings. But I think once they're done, it's working, as you saw with Battlepod there. And then we come to sort of Retrobat and the other one, the box one. I'll be honest, they're great. You saw why. The amount of systems on there, console systems, computer systems, and the amount of games. This thing is loaded, mate. It is a beefy old heavyweight of a drive. So you don't need like a huge hard drive yourself, because it all just runs off the drive, which is great. I was really surprised. It ran PS3, no issues. It ran the Xbox 360, no issues. So all in all, I can't say this is just great. It's great. And I think what the positives are, the amount of systems you get, the amount of games for each system is a great positive. The negatives, some of the games, especially the newer ones, can be a bit temperamental. And the game selection on them wheels, especially for Hyperspin, I can imagine could become a bit time wasty, where you probably spend more time whizzing through looking at all the different games on the ROMs rather than playing them, if that makes sense. So they're the negative drawbacks. Setting up of this was easy. There was no issues for me. I just followed the instruction book. I didn't have to follow the video, but they've got, like I say, QR code links to videos. So they thought of everything. It works really well using that controller, the game's controller. Apparently as well, it goes out the box with Xbox 360, or not 360, Xbox controllers, PlayStation controllers, any sort of controller that you can link to your PC should work fine. But you can go into settings, you can change things, you can put scan lines on, you can take scan lines off, you can do all sorts of stuff in the settings. And I'll be honest, I've not even touched on that yet. So all in all, would I recommend this? Even if you were just getting this to just use it for the amount of storage on there and the ROMs, and save you having to download them and find them and do all that and setting it all up, it's great for that. Now, if you want one of these, do your research. They're very mixed prices. You can get them on Amazon, and the prices are all over the shop on Amazon. But if you go to KINHANK website itself, you can purchase through there. And they weren't badly priced, I don't think. But AliExpress, things like that, they're all selling them, and they're a lot cheaper. So just go on Google, type KINHANK 12TB hard drive. Or if you don't want the 12TB, have a look at their other products. Honestly, they've got so many products. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'm sorry for the length of time it took, but I'm happy to explore and go a bit deeper into various systems on here, and maybe even do bits and bobs for you. Just let me know in the comments though, guys. As always, I've been OGDuffy. You've been amazing, and I need a drink after this. I really do. I'm so dry now, mate. I've done too much talking, I tell you. If you don't already do so, hit the subscribe button and the bell, of course. But comments, likes, shares, do all that great stuff that you do. And I, my friends, will see you all on the next one. This has been long.